All right. I think we can start for now, as yeah, most likely people will just keep on dropping in or dropping out. First of all, welcome everyone to today's AMA. For the people, because I see some unfamiliar names for the people who are new to the community. We have daily AMAs around this time every day. On the weekends, when we have more time, we try to cover more different time zones. So there will be most likely like at least two AMAs, at least on Sundays, when we have the time, when we find the time. Otherwise, because there are quite some new people in here, as usual, this is getting recorded. Um, After the AMA, like most likely it's 1 or 2 days later. Once the recording is done with the editing and everything, we will upload it to YouTube. So if you have any questions and you are, and if you don't like to speak on the mic when it is getting recorded, you can just drop your question in the chat and tag me in the question. Just tag at Paul Buka, and I will see the question and can answer it then. Otherwise, um, the first part of the daily AMAs is always the fundamentals of our token. So this is especially interesting for new investors and especially interesting if you are currently in the progress of doing your own research and yeah, getting to know us, getting to know the project itself. So we will just hop right into it. So for BankersDream itself, a quick overview. Um, I will always start with the taxes themselves. So if you buy our token and if you sell our token, there is a tax. This is a flat tax, so it is 15% for buys, 15% for sells happening, and 8% of this 15% overall are allocated into the reflections. So we do have reflections in BUSD, which is a stable token. The only thing you need to do to receive your reflections in the wallet, once you bought banks and hold them in your wallet actually, you only need to add the BUSD address into your wallet. Just got pinged. What what do you mean I'm quiet? Like too quiet to understand or Dale? My volume dipped. Is it better now? Can you hear me now? All right. Yeah, I messed a bit with my mic. That could be the reason. Okay, I'll just start over again. So we have 15% tax for buys. We have 15% tax for sells overall. This is a flat tax. Um, 8% of the overall tax are allocated into reflections in BUSD. This is a stable token. You can do whatever you want with it. The way it works, the way you receive the actual BUSD, so the contract is collecting the tax until a certain threshold. The threshold right now is at 400 billion. If you want to take a look at when the next contract sale is happening, you can always take a look at our dashboard. We did implement a progress bar until the next payday, we call it in this community. Once the contract sold, so one more important keynote for the contract sale itself. Once the progress bar reached 100%, the next sell will trigger 3 contract cells. It will appear in, for example, Dextools as 4 cells in a row, always displaying the wallet which actually triggered the contract cell. So if, for example, I trigger the contract cell with a cell of 1 banks, then my wallet would appear as four cells in a row, three of them being the contract cell. Just to make it clear for everybody, because sometimes this yeah gets some confusion in. But four cells in a row appearing at the same time are the contract cell. So don't be confused by this one. Once the contract sold, it will start to distribute the BUSD to every holder. This is a automated process, so you do not have to do anything for it. The only thing you need to do really as a holder is to actually own banks in your wallet. If you really want to receive the BUSD rewards, right at this time you can connect your wallet to our dashboard. You are able to manually claim BUSD rewards, which are still getting to be distributed. Just keep in mind, I would advise not to do so because you would have to cover the gas fee yourself. So overall, it is not worth it. Just wait for it to appear in your wallet. It will appear 100%. With every transaction happening after the contract sell, the contract is distributing the BUSD rewards to around 4 to 8 holders. So it might take some time, sometimes, especially with increasing holders, but you will receive them nonetheless. So yeah, a automated process. Also because I got this question a lot already. 4% are allocated into marketing/fun.
We can hear you very bad, I guess.
Another volume dip. Now it's good again. Okay. Yeah, just ping me if.
Volume is still low.
Wait a second. Is it better now?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Perfect. Yeah, let me know. Simplify once. If my volume drops, just let me know. I see a question from TG Money. You can unmute yourself now, TG Money.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, mate.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's morning in your country, but my own country here is Nigeria. Is around 8:38 p.m.
8 p.m. This is like around the same time zone as in Germany.
Okay, I'm happy to be in this group. I just joined the group this evening, although I bought the token like 2 weeks back. But
Okay.
I have opportunity today to join the group. I'm so happy.
Nice
My
to have you
first
here.
hello.
Yes,
My
yes, go
first
on.
question. My first question is this: You said
Um, is it just me that can't hear him?
He probably dropped off.
Yeah,
no. I'm still on.
you're here.
I
Okay.
okay. I said you said something that once you buy the token, you have to send your BSUD wallet address. Is that so?
Yes, so the process is the following. You buy our token, and then you
Mm.
have to add the BUSD address on into your wallet. So it actually displays the BUSD, so you can see them once they come into your wallet from our contract.
Okay. Once you have the BUSD contract address in your wallet, that is all. Is that so?
Yes, yeah, you need it. It will come to you nonetheless. So even if you don't add it to your wallet, it will always send it to your wallet. But for you to see it in your wallet, the BUSD, you need to add the contract address of BUSD. I will just type in BUSD in the chat. Give me a second.
Mm.
And there you will see in the BSC scan, this contract address you have to add to your wallet, and then you are good to go.
Okay. Like me, I have the BUSD wallet already. I have it already,
Yeah,
and I
perfect. You're
bought
ready to
this.
go.
Okay, I bought this token like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, okay?
Yes. So
Hello?
I'm happy to join the group today so that we'll be able to get some information.
Yeah, this is
I'm just
perfect.
okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, don't worry. Do you have another
Mm.
question?
No.
No? Okay, all right.
Uh,
Just talk to me if you have another question.
no. Let me stay with you. If there's any question, I will still ask.
Yes, all right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Ah, thank you. All right, then I will keep on. 4% of the overall tax are allocated into marketing and our fund. I will go into the detail of our fund later on. 2% are gathered for buyback and burn. This buyback and burn is a manual buyback and burn. Of course, we won't announce any buyback and burns. Some happened already, but we also voted as a community to use some of the buyback and burn funds for our Bankers Whale fund. 1% is added into liquidity automatically, um, which is very important. You need a balanced liquidity, especially if you launched as a very low cap token as we did. So, this for the whole tax part. What is the main goal of our project, of the team, the intention behind this token? The intention is pretty simple. We want to create a passive income generator. So the first step, of course, was to create a reward token. This is nothing new in the crypto space, nothing very super exciting in the crypto space, but still it is a very powerful kind of token because you as a holder are getting a cut of the future trade volume. We already saw this. Once our trade volume picks up, there are a lot of paydays and a decent amount of BUSD actually getting distributed. But still there is one problem with a reward token. So the main problem is simply that this is always dependent of our trade volume. If we have low volume days and low volume weeks, for example, let's say we have a week in which we have like 10,000 or 20,000 dollar trade volume per 24 hours, there will be rarely the BUSD rewards. So we as a team and especially with our very early community, we tried to find a way to solve this issue of a reward token, which is always dependent of the token itself. We did come up with the idea of the actual Bankers Whale fund. You will see the details of our fund in a second. But this Bankers Whale fund is the main utility of our token and also the first utility which was added into our whole ecosystem. Um, there are more utilities to come. We are currently talking to a lot of different developers, to a lot of different teams, just to find more and more interesting ways of implementing more passive income streams into our ecosystem. But of course, we are very, very young, a very fresh token. We are still very, very early. Development takes some time, especially the whale fund, of course, takes some time. Um, but once we are at a decent size, you will see the passive income dripping in constantly. Well, this is the wrong one. So, for our main utility, the Bankers Whale Fund, the strategy is pretty straightforward. It's a pretty simple strategy we are driving here. So of course we do have the funds from the marketing wallet or part of the funds of the marketing wallet. And we as a team, we are vetting different projects. What does vetting mean? We are taking a look at different projects, at different ICOs, existing projects. We are analyzing these projects for their long-term potential and also especially in regards of ICOs, especially for the overall safety of the team for our investment. Once the vetting process is done by us, by the team, we will set up a community vote. So in the end, the holders will decide which investment should be added into our Bankers Whale Fund. And yeah, you could be very sure that the investments we put up for a poll are safe investments. Yeah, it doesn't mean that these investments will always reach higher market caps in the future. It doesn't mean that these investments are always 100% safe. We cannot make this sure, but with our vetting process, yeah, we should be on the safer side, especially regarding ICOs and very early projects. Um, what does qualify us for the whole vetting process and building a fund? The team is very unique in the crypto space. We are two trained bankers, which yeah, are currently working as financial advisors. We do have one insurance agent on the team, and we do have one software developer.
Did you drop off again? We can't hear you.
I did drop off again. Can you hear me now? Better now?
Now now we can hear you again.
Okay.
You talked about financial advisors.
Ah, all right. So the team itself, two people are actual bankers working as financial advisors in Germany. We have one insurance agent in Germany, and we do additionally have one software developer on the team. Um, this is a very unique combination in the crypto space. We are doing things differently, especially with this project. You will notice this once you join our journey. We are very keen on the whole organic growth path, but we could talk more about this later on. Um, I just see a question. If you say projects, are talking only crypto projects or over the world projects? At the start of the fund, we will stick to crypto projects. We are looking for ways to implement real world assets. With real world assets, we mean, for example, real estate. Um, it is a very complicated process to be able to buy real estate with an actual crypto fund. Um, there might be some options to do this. One option might, for example, be to create a DAO, but then you have to go through the whole regulations jungle. You need to be sure that you as a DAO are able to actually buy real estate and own it as a community. And yeah, there are maybe some ways to implement it. We are looking for different ways, of course. If this doesn't work out with the um, whole bridge building between the crypto world and the real world, there are still a lot of different options. We just talked to a project which is using fractionized or fractional NFTs, or will be using fractional NFTs in the future to actually sell real estate. So people could buy a fraction of a NFT. The NFT is the actual ownership of this real estate, and yeah, with the fraction of the NFT, you are qualified to receive parts of the rent. So there are a lot of different ways, but crypto is still very young, especially the DeFi space. So implementing and the bridge building between crypto and the real world takes a lot of effort. Of course, we want to do this in the future, but pretty tough. Estate in metaverse and all bankers can chill there. Yeah, this is also something we are looking into. Actual estate in the metaverse, still in the crypto world in the metaverse. But it's a very interesting development we are seeing in the whole crypto world, especially with the metaverse. Very interesting possibilities, especially for a fund which will have a lot of buying power in the future. Do not underestimate the power of a fund. Um, yeah, but of course it takes some time to build things. Crypto mining, yes, of course. These are all possibilities we could add to our fund. Basically everything which is granting us a form of passive income as a community is interesting. Of course, do not forget, you need to collect the funds first to actually invest into things like crypto mining, because the initial investment for crypto mining is pretty big, especially if you need it for a fund, if you need to do it in a larger scale. Um, but still, there are always, maybe also ways to invest into crypto mining and get a cut of it. So a lot of different possibilities. Yield farming, for example, for funds. Um, there are so many possibilities to actually create passive income, and this is the main goal with our fund. Right now, of course, we are sticking to different projects as in crypto projects because it's the easiest way to kickstart a fund. Just invest into promising projects. Of course, we cannot be 100% sure that every project will do well in the future. Um, but yes, it's the easiest way. And then we will step by step implement more complicated ways of passive income. Um, because we do need, um, with the goal we have, with the actual passive income goal we do need different income streams to maintain a sustainable source of passive income, especially if you look at this project long term, for example, 1 year to 5 years to 10 years. You need a lot of different sources of income, because if you only invest in crypto projects, and the overall crypto space is getting very, very silent if there is a major market crash, for example, and the volume is taken out of the whole crypto space, and we as a fund only invested into other crypto tokens or cryptos itself, it might be very hard to sustain the passive income. So of course we need to keep our eyes open, especially all together as a community. Um, Already saw great suggestions in here. Crypto mining. I saw estate in the metaverse. Um, yes, these are all things we need to take a look at. Mr. D, when do we get back the Bankers Whale Fund? If you mean the actual distribution of the Bankers Whale Fund, um, we do estimate at a size of around, let's say, say roughly 150,000. We should be able to, at least start the distribution of the rewards. Of course, the rewards won't be very big at the start, unless we have a banger, for example, in a ICO in another reward token, which gets off and has high volume. Then, of course, we have a lot of money to distribute. But I think at a size of the fund of around 150,000, we should be able to provide at least a start of the passive income. So this is basically the goal size right now. Keep in mind we did only start like roughly a week ago with the investments. With volume picking up, more and more money is dedicated to the fund. We will take a look at the fund actually later after the fundamentals. So yes, this basically for our fund itself and for our fund investments, very community driven, and the actual yield will be distributed to our holders. Um, the early distribution, right now is also pretty simple. Keep in mind this will be changed in the future. Um, this is just the early distribution we came up with. So 10% overall are allocated into ICOs, 20% allocated into staking, and 30% allocated into different reward tokens. This is what I just said. Um, or with the early start of the fund, of course, we need to stick into easy ways of investing. Yeah, this easy ways are just to spread our money into different promising projects. Of course, thinking a little bit about the risk involved. That's why we only want to invest 10% overall into ICOs, because ICOs are still a very, very risky investment. 40% right here are seen as cash. Also, just a financial term for funds. This is just meant as a reserve. This cash reserve will be slower, I'm saying, will be smaller step by step in the future. We do need a cash reserve. For example, if you saw the last days, the market was crashing a little bit, just had a dip. And these market crashes are giving us the perfect opportunities to dollar cost average into different projects or into different investments we have ongoing already. This market crashes are the time to buy if you are looking for long-term investments. Keep this in mind also for your own investment strategy. Of course, it is fun to just make a quick flip, a quick swing trade. A lot of people I know are actually living off swing trading. But if you are into the long-term investments, just use the market dips. Yeah, use the actual market crashes to just grow your wallet into a decent size in the project you like. Just always the perfect opportunities. Buy the dip, like literally use dollar cost averaging. This is the main strategy we are using in the fund, dollar cost averaging, at least for the investments, the ongoing investments, because in the long term, in the long run, you will have good results with this strategy. Okay, I can't see any tech for me. I can't see a hand raised so far. So yes, this will change. It's a work in progress. Will change over time. You can guess my question. Let me guess. When CMC? Or when press release? I don't know which one is coming now. I'll just wait a second for Mitch to answer. Press release. Yes, the agency is getting back on the press release. As we said before, they wouldn't be doing the press release if we haven't been listed on CMC. We have been listed as untracked right now, which doesn't mean nothing. Yeah, but we are listed on CMC. You can find us on CMC. When CMC tracked listing, yes, this is what the agency is currently working on. It might take some time. I do know of projects which got listed as untracked, that it might take sometimes 1 week or 2 weeks for CMC to actually track them in the listing. Might take some time, but just keep in mind we are doing great. We have been doing great without CoinGecko, without CoinMarketCap. We are listed on CoinGecko actually, but yeah, this is not very, very important. The most important part about CoinMarketCap is it opens a lot of marketing opportunities with CoinMarketCap trending and all that stuff. And additionally, of course, you will be able to see the price of our token in Trust Wallet. Right now, you can only see the price in MetaMask. What is the agency exactly doing right now about getting us tracked? Talking to CMC. There is also no other thing they could do. As to reach out to CMC and see what they are saying when they can actually track us. it is hard to handle coin market cap sometimes. Um, I can understand it. Yeah, they are getting a lot of listings in per day, a lot of any feedback from CMC? No, not yet. Otherwise, I would have shared it. But just keep in mind, we are listed already. It's just the untracked status bothering us right now. Once we are listed, yeah, then it is done. This is the main goal right now, also for our agency. They are looking into CMC and the press release. These are the two major, yeah, next major steps. It just might take some time. Yeah, not everything in the crypto space will just happen overnight. Some things take some time. Um, but yeah, nothing wrong about this one. All right. I can see another pin in here, then I will just proceed. So this for the early distribution of the fund. Just keep in mind it will change. And then we can take a look at the actual yield distribution. It is pretty simple with the whole yield distribution. 75% of the yield will be allocated to our holders. As I said before, we need the fund at a reasonable size to actually be able to distribute yield. So yeah, the main goal, or this is what I estimate roughly at a size of around 150,000, it should be able to generate a decent amount of income which can then be distributed. For marketing and charity, 25% allocated there. Marketing does also include compounding into the fund itself. So if we do not need any additional marketing money, we will just compound it into the fund. For charity, this is a sustainable form of charity donations we can create here additionally. Um, Once we collected some funds for a donation, the community will vote on different charities, and then we will proceed to donate it to the charity itself. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple, this utility. Um, but you should keep in mind the actual possibilities this could create for holders. With this utility, or let's say it this way, this utility is completely independent of our token. Our market cap is not affecting this utility. Our daily volume is not affecting this utility once it's running. We are completely independent of our token itself. This is a very important part to build utilities which are completely independent of the actual token itself. Because if we have low volume trading days, we simply don't care. Of course, we want high volume trading days, but if we happen to have low volume trading days, which happen in the crypto space, then we still have the income of the fund, which will get distributed. Just keep in mind for the fund itself, you do not have to hold a minimum amount of banks or something like this. It is not limited to only distribute to bigger wallets. But it is the same logic applied as for the BUSD rewards. So the more banks you are holding, the more yield you will get distributed actually by the fund in the future. Okay, this is another question. So this is what we are building. There will be more additions to our ecosystem, more things to come, of course, but the main utility is the main goal right now, next to CMC and to the actual press release and some other marketing things we are looking into, um, which affect our actual token. The main goal after all of this is to get this fund going. In this 1 week, we have been able to allocate a decent amount of resources into the fund. We can just hop into it to take a look. It might be a little bit hard for you to see. this is on our actual website. I will just show you. This is our website. You are able, if you just go onto DApp right here, we have different options in our DApp. There is our dashboard in which you can just copy paste your wallet address in, and it will show you the BUSD rewards you received already. And you will always also have the fund display. Just keep in mind, since we haven't been able to use a already done application for the actual fund display, our dev had to develop it himself. This had especially security reasons, because we didn't want to display tokens which, for example, just got simply airdropped into the fund wallet. This happens a lot. We do not want to display any scam tokens. This might happen if we would, for example, use CoinStats, for example, which also gives you a way to show the actual wallet positions. But you would have to manually put the scam tokens out of the display, and we do not want to risk to show them at any time. If you happen to come to the website, because it is just freshly developed, we implemented it immediately once we had it running. We had to put a little, I think it is called refresh delay on it. So it might take, I think it is about up to 5 seconds to actually load. Same for the dashboard. We are actually right now fixing this issue. So we have a fluent dashboard again. But just give it a little bit of time to fetch the actual data, and then you can see our fund itself. It is also a live ticker, so you will always see the right amount, the right price, let's say it this way, the right price in the fund itself. Just be aware, you will not be able to see any staked tokens. So a portion of our EarnHub investment is staked, and basically all of our Moon investment, which is a ICO, is staked at the moment. We are also looking for a way to implement the price of this also. But yes, a bigger portion is staked right now. But overall, with the team vesting we did put into the fund, a decent size for only 1 week of investing, and let's say an average volume we did hit in the past few days of around something between 50 to 120k, which is very good for a early start. But of course, these things will pick up in the future. Yes, so this for our ongoing investments. We have Moonrock as a investment, which is a pretty early project as well. We have Evergrowcoin as another BUSD reward token as our actual investment, ongoing investment, and EarnHub token as well, which is a AnyFlag contract. All of these positions are getting dollar cost average into over the course of the time. So we want to use decent prices to actually build the wallet up and build to a decent wallet size in the fund itself per position. It might take a longer time to reach decent wallet sizes, especially with projects as, for example, Evergrowcoin, simply because they are sitting on a bigger market cap already. This for the ongoing investments. I just wanted to take a look at our newest edition, which was launched 2 days ago, which is Moon, because we cannot we have an amount of $28 in total of Moon, but this is due okay. Okay, but this is due to the fact that we staked basically everything, which we purchased immediately because they had staking ready right with launch. Just wanted to take a quick look because it is a ICO, and it is I would say the riskiest addition to the fund we had so far. We do know the team very well behind Moon. It is a team you can trust, definitely. They have some good utilities coming up in the future. That's why we did choose to invest into Moon early on as a community. What you see right here is the chart, the very early chart right after the relaunch of Moon. It is pretty interesting to see because you see right here, they launched, they had a little bit of buy pressure, and then a very big red candle dip appeared. I can tell you why this appeared. Because Moon should have been launched already last week. The thing was, they ran into a contract issue. This is nothing super bad. Yeah, it happens in ICOs that you run into contract issues. Their contract issue, forced them to relaunch again with a new token contract. The whole staking contract was fine. Everything was working fine from the for the staking part. It was just the token contract. It is also not their fault. Um, I have to say this. They did third party the token contract development. I think it was through a another company which is also doing audits. Doesn't matter the name right now. But yeah, they had a contract issue. So what happens with a contract issue and an ICO? People will be mad if you run into a contract issue. So you will definitely, right with the launch, see all the mad, let's call them paper hands. You will see all the mad paper hands selling immediately with launch. So you will be able to, if you just be a little bit patient, you will be able to obtain a very decent bag size for the money you put in. Keep in mind, for Moon itself, we did allocate funds for the pre-sale price. We did allocate funds um, also for the private sale price, which is also yeah big to allocate in a private sale of a early project. Um, we did dollar cost average, of course, here in the dip again. The dip right here, I think it was near to the private sale price. So people who were able to buy in this major dip right here have been able to get the token at a private sale rate, basically. If they've been patient with the chart and everything else. This will most likely happen at relaunches, especially for ICOs. Just keep this in mind. Also keep in mind it happens. A contract issue happens. We also had contract issues with our token. It is just important that the team is fixing them immediately. Nothing bad about contract issues. But for ICOs, most of the time they give you a good opportunity to either invest into the project itself or to just dollar cost average a bigger bag into the project. I just saw what's the contract for Moon. I can drop you the website of Moon after the AMA into the chat. Um, right now, it's decently running. As we said before, it's the same marketing agency involved heavily in the project as for Moonrock, and which is also involved in our project. So a lot of potential. It's a very experienced team, a very experienced marketing team. They have a lot of connections. So this is nothing they are lacking of. They have enough connections. Yeah. Um, they are also full doxed, so we do not worry about anything from the team for this Moon launch. But yes, just something I wanted to show you because it was a pretty, let's say, the riskiest addition to our fund. Should I invest? Could someone give me a quick pitch um, for banks or Moon? I don't know which one now. Um, Question, Harish Bala. Wait. Wait, I see someone right here. Double Down Colorado. You can unmute yourself now. Or did you raise your hand by accident? Okay. Um, if I just can't hear you, you can also write your question in the chat. Otherwise, I will just suspect you did raise your hand accidentally. My qu my question here, where do you see the price of the token? If you're speaking of banks, you can see the price on CoinGecko. CMC, as I said before, is untracked right now. In CoinGecko, you will see the price. I think you are using Trust Wallet, Harish. So once we have the tracked status in CoinMarketCap, you will see the price as for any other token as well in your Trust Wallet. Right now, only MetaMask users can see the actual price in their MetaMask because CoinGecko is tied to MetaMask and Trust Wallet is tied to CoinMarketCap. Ach so, where do you see the price of bank in 2 years? This is a tough question because I can't give any estimates. Of course, we do have goals with the token, but honestly, the only thing we can do as a team is just to put our heads down and to work as hard as we can, just to deliver, to stay transparent, stay active in the community, and I think things will grow from this point. Yeah, if we keep on doing the work we are doing as a community and as a team together, um, a lot of potential in this project. Yeah, so hard to give a price. Yeah, because yeah, very hard to say in the crypto space. Nothing I could answer right now. Okay, Patrick can't join the AMA, but okay. Does anyone has any questions right now regarding yeah, the fundamentals of our token or regarding our ongoing investments in the fund? Can't see something right now. Okay, just drop it in the chat or let me know. Otherwise, just another recap. We have been generating round about $1,000 in yeah in this week with our fund. Staking not included because staking is a yeah longer process. We will see the staking rewards, especially in the long run for the fund. But in actual rewards, it was about around $1,000 in rewards, which we compounded back into the fund itself. So this is also right now you are seeing contract sales regarding the BUSD. Um, yeah, at a price of around, let's say, $1,000-ish, $1,200-ish. They are coming in very frequent. That's also why I estimate a size of our community fund of around $150,000 in total, um, which will then open us the ability to distribute the first rewards to all of you guys. Um, yeah, just to let you know, development is doing great for the fund. It's growing. Ralchi, how about a tax holiday to help increase the fund? What exactly do you mean with a tax holiday? just let me know. Tax-free buys. Um, like, okay, like on the Golden Week. The thing is, of course, we already had a Golden Week running in which we did reduce the overall tax. Um, the thing is, tax-free buys won't help the fund at all because the fund is growing off the actual tax itself. Also keep in mind, we cannot provide tax-free buys. We had in the Golden Week, um, we tried to run a Golden Week with, um, oh, what was the tax? I think it was 0% buyback and burn, and yeah, something like this. The main point is there was a zero tax included. Um, we cannot implement zero taxes because the actual functions of our contract, they cannot handle a zero. So if we implement a zero, just to let the people know what actually happened as a contract issue in the Golden Week we had running, we implemented a zero tax. So for example, buyback and burn, which is right now at 2%, we did set it to 0%. The problem was once the threshold was filled of the contract, um, it was not able to sell. And then the whole contract ran into a issue because we did set a text to zero. Yeah, a function in our contract cannot work with a zero. Yeah, this just breaks the whole mathematical equation. So what happened basically with a zero included? Um, no one was able to sell. Yeah. So the contract, because of the zero, um, just yeah, evolved itself into a actual honeypot. Yeah, this was very, very, very bad in the Golden Week. We have been able to solve this issue pretty fast. Um, but this is also once again an example. Contract issues happen. Yeah, sometimes things go wrong. Of course, we as a dev team, we do also make mistakes. But yeah, I think the people who have been there in the Golden Week, they know it was it was a lot of panic in the Telegram chat. Of course, there was a lot of panic, and yeah, we were able to fix it pretty fast. Yes, Robert Cheat is. I left my client at work, just sitting there, rushing home, so I could actually fix the issue with the team. And yeah, this was a tough moment for the project itself because of course people did think it was a scam project, yeah, that we wanted to actually do something not intended. But yeah, don't get fired. No, no, don't worry. I'm very free in my position I'm in. I'm very free to basically do what I want. My client, of course, was not that happy, but it's nothing bad happened. Yeah, nothing we have to worry about. At this time, it was more important to actually fix the contract and to get rid of the issue itself. But yes, this again, we cannot provide a zero tax, otherwise we will create a honeypot because of the functions in our contract, which is not what we want, yeah, to create a honeypot. But yes, maybe at some day we will make something in which, yeah, to create a lot of incentive to buy the token, or to give a good incentive to build your token. Something like the Golden Week we had running is pretty interesting, yeah, because you get a lot of volume in. I saw another questions. Wait a second. will bank come to apps like Binance eventually? Um, Eventually, yes. I think you mean the whole exchange listing. Um, Exchange listing, of course, is something we are looking into in the future. If you are specifically talking about Binance, I can assure you of one thing. It is very, very tough to get listed as a project on Binance. Just for example, take a look at SafeMoon. SafeMoon is huge and it is still not listed on Binance. Binance has one of the hardest, if not the hardest, listing um, procedures you have to go through. Of course, maybe in the future, yes. But right now, no. In the future, yes. Right now, no. We need to grow the whole foundation of the token itself. Um, and then we can look into listings, yeah, in exchanges. How much how much do you need to hold to quit work in few years? Um, Actually, with the trade volume picking up recently, if we can, yeah, sustain a trade volume of around 100 to 150K, I think some of our holders are or might be able already to quit work. Um, when I see the amount of BUSD they are receiving, um, yeah, of course, in the future a lot could happen. You are all very early in this project. But again, a very tough question because this also includes a market cap. If our market cap is pretty high, it could get hard to even obtain 1 billion of our token. Tough questions, but you can play around with our calculator on the dashboard, um, Eugene Tonic. Just give our website a visit. There you can play around with different trade volumes and different wallet sizes. And yeah, you can take a look at at a special wallet size which you want to obtain, which you think, all right, this is the wallet size I want to obtain. And then you can keep on working your wallet up. Yeah, because I would also always advise to also in our project dollar cost average in. Um, just pick a goal and work for it. And this is definitely a long-term investment. Um, I think Patrick is not in the AMA, right? Okay, so I cannot talk to him. I have to answer him later. As not sure if this has been mentioned, but when is the whale fund released to holders? Yeah, it was mentioned, but don't worry. Most likely at a size of around 150,000 in the fund. At around this size, we might be able to start distributing the first rewards out and keep on building the fund up. So in the first week, we did we have been able to invest on the side. It was roughly around, yeah, let's keep it roughly $20,000. Double down color. What's the contract for Moon? Wait, I have it open here. I can drop it for you in the chat. Give me a second. There you have the contract, double down. Just be sure. Of course, we are a team with financial background. We do have quite some knowledge about the whole crypto space. We are getting our hands on some investments, especially through a lot of connections very early on. But do not take our investments, our fund investments as financial advice. Always do your own research, yeah. Um, if you do invest, for example, right now in Moon, always be sure to do your own research and take a look if this is something for your portfolio. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I can see a hand raised. Um, then I will talk a little bit about. Wait a second. Can we have a community vote on fund value before distribution, Chris? Um, yeah, yeah, of course we could do this. Um, shouldn't be a problem. We will do it. Once we reached let's say certain size, let's say for example $100,000, we can make a overview of what is expected with this fund size, and then we as a community we can take a vote if we want to already start the distribution or if we should just yeah keep it with compounding in the fund. Um, okay, just drop your questions and tag me if you have one or raise your hand in here. Otherwise, yesterday again, they are starting it up right now, I think, because I see quite a lot of Reddit posts flowing in. Yesterday we had on which subreddit was it? I think Satoshi Street Bets it was. Um, the people went full crazy mode again, and I think we have been. Did we reach rank 1 in Satoshi Street Bets, Dale? Just let me know quickly, or Moneybin, or anyone. We were, yes, we were one. When I did take a look at the Satoshi Street Bets, we had around, I think it was 220 comments on there. This is actually very, very good exposure. Yeah. It is organically coming from the community. Of course, some people in the Satoshi Street Bet um, subreddit are pretty salty if if Dale starts something like, what? Almost 600 comments. Okay, then you have been going more and more crazy. What I wanted to say, we had a decent amount of new people flowing in, especially from Reddit. Um, if you have the time to quickly upvote something, Dale or Moneybin or anyone is posting from subreddit posts, it helps tremendously with exposure. Yeah, every upvote, every comment is worth a lot um, in the exposure game. This is huge what the community did achieve yesterday with this almost 600 comments. Yeah, just keep in mind, let's say for example, if we wanted to get a hot trending spot 1 in crypto moonshots as a project, without a community actually helping us. The price for this is around $400. Yeah. Um, the hot trending 1 is not guaranteed to hit. Yeah, you could end up in hot trending 2 or hot trending 3. Um, and you will maintain this position for maybe around 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like this, and then you will start dropping off again. So what this community is doing by itself is actually huge because we can save the money which we would normally use on something like this. Yeah, subreddits, this constant exposure everywhere, and we can allocate this in something different. For example, right now we are looking into a bigger influencer promotion on Twitter. This includes around 8 different influencers, well-known influencers, and yeah, this kind of promotions are let's say pretty pricey, but we can do as a team, we can focus a lot more into this marketing, yeah, which is also creating a lot of exposure. We can invest more into, let's say, for example, TikTok influencers or something like this, yeah, because we do not have to allocate funds into Reddit itself or into other things, yeah, which definitely add up over time. So if you have the time, helps tremendously. Even a single upvote, a single comment, yeah, this helps a lot with our growth. Just to let you people know and give you a little bit of insight um, on some prices, because they are also underestimated sometimes. Any new update on CMC Tracked? The agency is looking into it. It might take some time. Yeah, we cannot spam CMC and make them get mad at us. It takes some time. We are listed. Might take some time to get the tracked listing status. Let's say I did experience in some other projects like around 1 to 2 weeks, if they happen to list you as untracked. But let's see what happens um, over the course of the time. Just quickly scooping through the chat. Okay, Patrick is not in the AMA anyways. Good to know. Yeah, um, it definitely helps a lot. Um, we as a team, of course, we can provide different things. So I think this influencer promo should be done in the weekend. Right now, checking in with the agency again, because of course you have to time it a little bit. Um, with 8 influencers taking part in it. Um, but this is an additional thing we want to do, just to yeah cut the time until we did fully list on CMC and we are having the press release. Yeah, this is something we could do additionally just to create even more exposure and maybe get some buy pressure in again this weekend. Any YouTube influencers? Yes, looking at different influencers. It's also the agency we're working with. They have a lot of different YouTube influencers we can use. Um, but also this is something we need to do it step by step. Yeah, right now we want to push it with a little influencer push through Twitter. Then we'll have the press release additionally, which is also um, yeah huge exposure. And then, of course, we start working on a lot of YouTube because this is also a very constant way of marketing. Yeah, constant exposure helps a lot. Um, gonna go chill a bit for my favorite coin. Thanks for the updates. Yes, no, thank you for attending. Appreciate everyone in the AMAs. A lot of fun with you guys. Yes, be sure. Helps a lot to chill. Like 600 comments in Satoshi Street Bets is simply crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. But this is also what we are experiencing. So let me. Where can I take a look at it? Give me a second. No, I cannot see it here. If you go through our pinned posts, actually Dale did pin a post with our growth numbers. Um, they are growth numbers of 1 week, so we are always releasing them on Fridays. Um, this is a lot, yeah, because keep in mind this was, of course, we had the CoinGecko listing. Um, for sure, we had this in the meantime in this 1 week, but we did not have any additional promo running. We did not have any additional marketing running. All we've done as a community was going crazy on Reddit and Twitter, and we gained. Let me see if I can drag it in on the other screen. 1 second, so everyone can take a look. Just need to be sure that nothing else is here right now. You should be able to see this. This is also pinned on the Telegram. Um, we did gain, so basically we did double our holders, basically, yeah, which is quite amazing. Of course, we had the CoinGecko listing, but most of this was honestly done through Reddit and through Twitter. So as you see right here, of course, Twitter followers are growing also constantly, which is amazing. On Reddit, we had a growth of, so we did increase our subreddit, our own subreddit, by over 200 people. Um, and this also shows it was picking up slowly. Yes, Moneypin, you are the shilkings, definitely. But you have been able to see this growth coming in slowly when the community started to, yeah, actually tackle all the Reddits and Twitter posts. You could see it slowly picking up, but what we experience right now in the past few days, was the growth is coming in faster and faster. Um, of course, because more and more people are spreading the word. We get a lot more attention out there. I do also know of quite a lot of people which yeah, are just watching us, are checking us out. Yeah, a lot of different people taking a look at us. Just keep in mind this whole process takes some time. Yeah, exposure and marketing is nothing which will yeah is you can you cannot just push a button and you will see instant results. Yeah, this is pretty hard to achieve. Most of the time, if you push a lot of different buttons and you get instant results, most of the time this leads to a yeah bigger pump with a bigger dump afterwards. With the floor we are holding, so take in consideration with its start, yeah, with its start the actual growth when we had a market cap of, I think it was around 100,000 um, dollars. This is where we started the growth. We did hit in the peak a market cap of 4 million. Right now we are finding a floor at a market cap of, yeah, let's keep it at around something between 2 and 2.5 or 2.8 million. Yeah, we are right now finding the floor. Um, this is a 28x from the point which we started growing, in which we are holding our floor. This is very, very high for a floor to hold. Um, we did expect a lot more people, yeah, because this green vertical candle was already getting a bit scary, because we did expect a lot of people dropping out, taking the profits, yeah, and basically making it dip again. Of course, because once someone starts to take out big chunks of money, um, people get scared, also start to take out profits and stuff like this, yeah. So this is a very, very high floor we are holding at the moment. And this just again shows that organic growth and exposure done over time is worth a lot. Yeah. And hopefully they yeah. I don't care where they watch us as long as they yeah, definitely. But we see a constant flow of Bobby Bybot is yeah tagging them as buyer position new. We do see a constant flow of new buyers coming in. A lot is going on, yeah, because keep in mind a lot of people which just joined as new holders, they are trying things out with 0.2 BNB, 0.3 BNB. Yeah, they are just watching us, investing a little bit, getting to know the team, getting to know the project itself and the community. And yeah, maybe some of the smaller investors just tend to, yeah, build their bag over time, yeah, which we are also seeing a lot of people, yeah, constantly building on the bag, constantly, yeah, abusing the dips of the correction to get a chance to get a good price for bag building. This is what we experience. A lot of new holders joining in. We see every day at the AMAs new people, which is amazing, because every new name we see in an AMA might be a new investor in the future. So just amazing the progress we are doing so far. Holders will be asked always if invest or buy back and burn. No, we did only do this right at the start of the fund because it was, yeah, more useful to allocate the buyback and burn funds into the actual fund wallet instead of, yeah, buying back tokens. Um, but keep in mind, buyback and burn does also help our liquidity a lot. So basically, what we are doing, we are buying back unannounced. We are collecting the tokens. Don't be worried, these tokens are not receiving any BUSD rewards in the buyback and burn wallet. And we are collecting them just to burn a bigger bunch at once and make some sort of marketing event out of it. Yeah, because burning a big chunk at once is also a good thing to market. What marketing plans does our marketing plan besides a 600 article release? Right now for this weekend, we are looking into 8 bigger influencers in the Twitter space. This will they have very nice communities. Um, a lot of different new projects I know of did use this method early on. For example, Moonrock did use it early on just to create this overall exposure. Yeah. So this is something we are looking into right now for the weekend. Um, let's see if they can pin it. Of course, they need every single one of the 8 influencers ready to post it. But yes, I think they should get back to me in, yeah, a few, maybe 1 or 2 hours. Then I might be able to announce something for the weekend. But yes, this is something we are planning right now. This is, of course, pricey. Influencers do not work for free. It's pricey, but it's definitely worth the exposure, especially if we pair the exposure we are doing from this influencer marketing and the press release. If we combine this with all the shilling work you guys are doing, um, this really helps to get a lot of exposure out there. Yeah. So let's just see where we settle our floor in the end. And maybe we are getting, yeah, another good buy pressure in over the weekend if we can pin the influencer promos. Let's see what happens. Uh, okay, can't see another question in the chat. If there was something, yeah, not clear, just let me know. Otherwise, a little bit about future marketing and all that stuff. Be sure if there is something striking your mind later on after the AMA, always feel free to ask your questions in the chat, and always feel free to you can DM me. I'm because I'm taking all the marketing proposals. I'm getting flooded pretty hard. I try to keep up over the course of the day. It's hard. So if I do not answer directly, don't be mad at me, because I don't know. I think I have. I don't want to take a look, but a lot of DMs I have to check at the moment. If there were gangsters I would be called John. Yeah, I think this fits you. All right. Um, yeah. Yeah, this for today's AMA. Um, let's see when I can drop some news. Wait a second, please. Point out Germany has many positive attributes attached to it worldwide, like Switzerland is a major USP as most tokens are not from Europe. Yeah, this is what also a feedback we did receive as a German team that people have been happy to have, yeah, a German team actually working on this token. Um, yeah, definitely we want to focus a little bit more of marketing also dedicated to the team itself. Um, yeah, because it's a very special team, yeah, team from Germany, financial background, software developer on board. Yeah, this is a very unique selling point for us, definitely. Good idea. Germans have great work ethic and they are honest, reliable, and proud people. Yes, yes, definitely. But this is also making it hard sometimes for German people if they go into different countries, visiting different countries. Um, they always expect us to be, yeah, very on time all the time. Yeah, of course, sometimes it also happens that we run late. But yes, overall, we do have a great work ethic. That's true. That's true. Honest.
Paul, it's Moneybin.
Hey, Manipin. Now you're talking with me, huh?
How are you?
I'm fine,
There,
actually.
there we go. There we go. How are you doing?
Nah, very
Good,
fine,
good, man.
very
Good, man.
fine.
I'm glad to hear that, mate. I'm glad to hear that. I just want to share something a little bit off topic, right? Talking about work ethic. Now, I went to Germany in 2010, okay, to Munich. And obviously, as you know, I'm from South Africa and just nothing works here. Everything is just broken, or the whole system financially, the country, etc., is obviously broken. And I remember my girlfriend at the time, we were stuck. So what happened was the S-Bahn. We were staying in Forstenrieder Allee, right, which is out in the suburbs, then away from Marienplatz. And we got notified that the train was actually experiencing some problems. So they said there's going to be a delay. So we arrived at the station. This is like 11:30 at night. We walked over, climbed out. We walked over to the other side of the platform. Out of nowhere, there was like 20 marshals. Okay, us telling us, listen, the other train's going to be here in 2 minutes, right? The train arrived in 2 minutes, and we still made it to the destination on time. So you know what? I've got the world of respect for German people. They are efficient, like efficient. I still said to my girlfriend at the time, I said, listen, what delay? I didn't even know there was a delay. 11:30 at night, you got 20 people, marshals saying, please come to this side of the platform. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Man, this is not normal.
Yeah, that's true. The Germans are very, very dedicated. And yeah, also very, very proud of their work they're doing. That's actually true.
Yeah.
I hope
I
the
saw
community is. Yes, keep on, keep on.
So, sorry, I was just saying, I saw cleaner streets in Germany than I see anywhere. I could have eaten off the floors. They were so clean.
Yes, of course. There are also some places we consider, yeah, maybe a little bit dirty sometimes, but overall, I have to say Germany is a pretty clean country. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but yes,
I mean,
definitely
I
very proud.
even Oktoberfest when I went there, right? I saw people that were drunk that were still throwing their cups and stuff in the dustbin. I was like, what? Most
Yeah.
people just drop it wherever they are. They're still proud to go and drop it in the dustbin. I was like, this place is awesome. It's off the chain.
Yeah, definitely. Well, people need to experience this first, and especially Oktoberfest. Yeah, people need to experience this. It's just amazing.
Exactly. Well, once COVID's over and we all driving Lambos, we're going to do a bankers reunion at Oktoberfest, and we're going to burn the place down.
Yeah, definitely. This is we actually planned this with the early community. Let's see where things take us. Yeah, it would be one of the best community events ever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Um,
Take your time, mate, Paul. Appreciate you.
no, I appreciate you. You're doing a lot of hard chilling work out there. As you can see
And
right now, they are starting it up again.
yeah, more to come. More to come. There's this weekend's a shooting weekend. As every weekend, this is going to be good. Posts going out as well. So if I can ask, everybody in the chats in the community and the actual AMA to, I know you quite soft about it and say, please, if you have some time, can you on an upvote from my side, say your
It's
make the
very
time,
hard right now to
don't
understand you,
to
man.
vote.
You have
Can you hear me now?
now it's
Can you hear me
better.
now?
Yes, yes, now it's better.
Is that better?
Yes, definitely better.
There we go. I think we've got some rain happening here, so I think that's just cutting into the connection.
Yeah, yeah, that might be the case because you have been lagging a bit.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear now. Clear now.
Okay, good stuff. I was just gonna say, I know that you're quite soft in terms of community and everybody
Okay.
has been
Uh,
upvote.
money,
I-
money.
Yes.
It you're lagging out as soon as you're trying to tell us what you want to maybe try to just write it in the chat so the people once you're ready to once you have it in the chat I can read it out for the people. I think it is easier because it's actually pretty hard to understand you right now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Getting
Is that better?
you can try. You can
Okay, I'm
try.
gonna rejoin. I'm gonna. Okay, can you hear me now?
You have to try to say what you wanted to say.
Okay, I was saying that what I was saying was I know that you are quite, you're quite conservative in asking the community to please, get on if they have time to do, some upvoting on Reddit and etc. What I'm saying is that, guys, this is your investment, okay? Just like it's my investment, just like everybody else's investment. Make the time to get on Reddit, Twitter. It takes a few minutes of your day, upvote, everybody else comments, because all that does is it helps the Reddit and the Twitter algorithm point back to us, which brings in new investors and it helps our bags. We get reflections from it, we get paid. So if everybody just takes a bit of time and just, 20 minutes, 50 minutes of your day, it's not going to be, the end of the world, and just go and upvote, because at the end of the day, it helps every one of us in this community. That's what I want to say.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we are pretty conservative as a team to ask the community because we do experience the community is getting hyped up themselves, especially with you, with Dale, with Harry, with all the people, with Latsuli, with taking the incentive to start these things up. Um, but yeah, definitely, it helps the algorithm, as Money said, points back to us. Every single bit is helping a lot, definitely.
Yeah,
Um, just
100%. We've 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 got a unique opportunity here. That's what I say. We've got a unique opportunity here. While this is early, to blow this out of the water, and we're not a sheep, for example, community. We're not that big yet. We're not a safe moon community yet. So in order to get there, each and every one of us just needs to take 20 minutes, 15 minutes, do the work. I promise you, it will pay off. I mean, I don't. I've jumped into a few projects where it's literally died because people don't get involved, and and because of FUD and all sorts of other things. But if you invested, don't just invest your money. It's like a business. You don't just open a business or buy a franchise and then just go, okay, well, the name will bring in, the money. It doesn't work like that. You put your money in, then you put your time in. And if you invest it, you get other people invested, and then the community just spirals. We just grow like crazy. So it's up to each and every one of us to push as hard as possible, because this thing will fly, no doubt.
Definitely. If it keeps on going the way it goes right now, with more and more people getting involved in the actual sessions you're you're having, um, yeah, no doubt that it will fly, definitely.
Yeah. No, we want this thing to go parabolic. We do. Obviously, slow and steady growth, but at the end of the day, the bottom line is we want it to go parabolic, so that over time we can all have generational wealth. Because personally, I would love to have this thing. I've got kids as well, etc. I would personally love this to be an investment that I can hand down to my kids, one day. Obviously, enjoy the spoils while I'm still alive, but at the same time, you could create generational wealth with this. You really could. Just be involved. Like I said, I've been in marketing since I was 17, and I'll tell you what. The end of the day is that all the projects and all the brands and all the businesses that survive is the people behind it, the community behind it. And as it develops, people make suggestions, the utility grows, let's say in a business or in a token, the use cases, the reach, etc. grows, but it comes down to the people. If you get involved, it's only going to grow. If you sit back, then you're going to sit in 6 months and go, why is it not doing this? Why is it not doing that? Rather just get involved. Simple as that.
Definitely, definitely. That's true, and we had a very good results with the community being involved. Very, very good results recently.
Take a snapshot. Take a snapshot of where it is now. And if we were able to grow it like we did, double in sort of a week, let's say, or 2 weeks, whatever. Now fast forward 2 weeks, fast forward another month, we could 4x the holders literally in the next 6 weeks. But everybody needs to pull their part. And I'm telling you, we can push this thing to the moon.
Definitely, yeah. With the recent holder growth and with more people getting involved, of course it is the growth is getting faster and faster with more people being involved. So definitely it helps a lot. And crypto is still very, very community driven. Yeah. Most of the
Absolutely.
times it is the team just giving the foundation and the community driving it. Because once the community loses the faith in the project is most likely, yeah, dead or doomed to
Exactly.
to die. Yeah. Very community driven space.
Exactly. I mean, just one more thing. I mean, I was before I started investing in this project, I actually invested into another one. I won't mention names, for respect purposes and whatever. And they, I put money into that, and I wish I found this before I found that, because as I put in, I mean, they tanked completely, and it's just one of those things. But they had 50,000 Telegram members. Now, how many of those were bots? I don't know, but they had 50,000 Telegram members, and they still crashed. And at the moment, their token is worth 10% of what it's worth. Now you look at us with our small community of 2,600 after we've cleaned some bots out on the Telegram or whatever, and look at the results we've got. And we don't even have CMC as a base, as a listing, which will obviously, I mean, we're not reliant on it. We're growing anyway, but at the same time, it will bring in, open doors and stuff like that. But like I said, we've got 2,600 odd Telegram people, and look at the results we're producing.
Definitely. 600 comments on on a Reddit, on a single Reddit post. Crazy.
It's crazy.
Just
Crazy.
a quick note for the Telegram members, because some might have noticed that we dropped down from 3,100 members to now 2,600. This is because we are constantly kicking out the bots. Yeah, we had a little bot problem when we ran our promotions our whitelist promotions for the pre-sale and everything, we had hundreds and hundreds of bots joining, and it is pretty hard to differ between a real holder and a bot. Now, of course, it's getting easier. I think we did kick already about 1,000. Yeah, it must be 1,000 bots, and yeah, we keep on kicking. That's why do not wonder if the Telegram number is decreasing at one point. This is just a cleanup for bots, yeah, because for some people, of course, I can fully understand this. It is a red flag if there are too many bots in a Telegram group. That's why we try to balance it out. Okay, TG Money, I saw you had your hand raised before. Do you still have a question? Okay, no. Also why we removed Telegram from the weekly statistics. Yes, definitely. This is why on this weekly statistic Telegram is not on there, because we just keep on kicking bots. Yeah, just to make this group clean. We would rather have 2,600 real members instead of 7,000 overall members, in which 5,000 are botted. Yeah. All right. So, any more questions? Did I miss anything in the chat? I don't think so. Okay. Perfect. Then at this point, I would end the AMA. We would go fluently into the whole shilling process, and yeah, start up the motor again. And if you have time, even if it's just a like, even just a comment, it helps tremendously. All right. So thank you for participating, everyone. Love to have your people on here constantly, and also the new people joining in. I love it. And right now, I would say enough for today, and we will hear each other again tomorrow. Thank you for participating, and let's see what this weekend brings for us. Bye bye, people.